Well, so many of you might already know that I'm a big fan of heavy metal, and of course, one of my favorite bands of all time is Iron Maiden. They have so many classics from, well, since I was a little kid. And I remember that the first album that I discovered was a real live one. And I think the first song of the first, it's a 2-disc album. The first one was Aces High. It had this intro from the intro of Aces High, and that album live was Winston Churchill's speech of, this speech, we should fight on the beaches and all the stuff. And I didn't even know who Winston Churchill was at this time, but I just heard that, and it was so amazing, that intro, that speech, and then the song enters and the riffs and everything. It was so awesome with the sound of the live stuff. And then I discovered the original album from which Aces High was, Power Slave, with that Egyptian design, and the front cover was so great. And then, well, I also love from this, of course, 2 minutes to midnight and the Rime of the Ancient Mariner. But maybe you are not into Iron Maiden. I don't expect you to be a heavy metal connoisseur, but I needed to just to show you how this blew my mind. I was browsing YouTube, working on YouTube, indeed, doing my YouTube stuff. You know that one has to go into YouTube and upload videos, and one thing that you can never do is to open the front page of YouTube, because every time I reload the front page, I see 1 or 2 videos. I need to watch these 1 or 2 videos for later. You know that YouTube knows what we want to watch or to listen, because in this case, YouTube recommended me this video from Connuyer. I'm going to leave you with the link in the description so you can check their channel. And Connuyer, I don't know how to pronounce that, they made an adaptation, a cover of a Power Slave, If It Was Funk. All right, and I can't express how shocked I was about so good it sounded. And yes, it's AI, and maybe you already flock into the comments saying that you don't want to listen to AI music. That is not art. That is not real music. But hold on a second. I'm gonna tell you for once. Hold on a second. In case if you don't remember what Aces High was about, here's the intro of the original. I cannot play that much from Aces High because I'm gonna trigger the copyright system on YouTube. But here's the intro. All right, and this is when Bruce Dickinson begins to sing. This is the main riff, and that's when Bruce enters right here. Okay, enough, because I'm pretty sure that YouTube has this eye in the sky on me already. But then you know that maybe you have heard Aces High, maybe you have heard 2 minutes to midnight. But then I heard this, and I have to play this, and you have to listen to this, because this is insane. And if you also like 2 minutes to midnight, if you have heard the song, then they also have that cover. They have the whole album here.
Killers breathe, or the demons see.
this is way too much. This was an eargasm when I listened to this. And yes, you're gonna say, "Oh my God!" So I can't believe you are supporting this AI. You're not supporting the actual artist. Well, I had the actual. I had all these albums from Iron Maiden, the original one. So I do support Iron Maiden, the original artists. I pay for my YouTube Premium subscription, not in here, not in this account, in my other account. I was uploading a video to my Power Pundit channel right now. That's why you see the Power Pundit icon right there. But boy, what is this? Is that I knew that we were going to enter this sort of era of this mixes, and you could have I don't know a movie with a different ending, or the same movie but like a 1950s Panavision. We already have something close to that. But I had never listened to such a good cover and adaptation with such a good sound quality. It is not actual, let's say, 512 hertz quality. I think that should be the one to go. Not even 256. Doesn't have the quality. And I'm pretty sure if we try to deconstruct the instruments or separate the instruments, we're gonna have some trouble. That's something that happens when you generate with AI. But I have worked extensively testing stuff to make background music for my true crime channel. And yes, making this takes a ton of work, even if it's AI. The arrangements, the instruments, everything, how it sounds, how the groove, the groove, babe. How it's something that my mind was blown, and I have listened to Metallica if it was written in the 50s, 9 Inch Nails if it was in the 50s as well. What else I have heard? It was a Megadeth in funk. It's okay-ish. That was okay-ish. That kind of blew my mind. But this one, I mean, I'm gonna recommend the channel right now. Make sure that you subscribe. How do I change this? Connuier. I'm gonna leave you with a link in the description. There's also Funktalica here. There's some crazy experiments in music. And again, you might criticize me. How are you pushing for this AI slop, Jesus? How are you pushing for this? I don't know. I'm going to tell you one thing. If I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't know. This is conflicting. This is a conflicting view. Because I'm a musician myself. I am a very lousy composer. I am not a composer. In all cases, I like playing, making covers of other people's music. I'm very bad at creating new music. But I like to cover music. That's my thing. That's why I got my cello, because I wanted to make cello covers of metal songs, but I didn't realize how hard and what is it to play cello. In regards to playing electric guitar, which is my instrument of choice. But I see what can be done with these tools, and again, it's something that the groove, it's the groove, the way that it sounds, and the way that you can listen to your metal songs in the sense of, in the style of funk, and it sounds so good. It is so amazing. It's like I'm also a fan of this huge YouTuber, Bill McClintock. One of my favorite channels in here. Bill McClintock. He makes mixes of real songs, and his mixes, there's a term for that. There's mashups. His mashups are truly the best here on YouTube. But again, I don't know. I just wanted to like record a reaction to this. You want an opinion? I have a conflicting opinion, of course. You have an original songs from Iron Maiden, and people are making covers of them. And yeah, there are people making covers with real instruments, and that takes a lot of effort. But when you see people using AI to make such a quality cover, well, I think that at least it made me look, it made me turn my head, and it made me, for the first time, make a video about it. So again, I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. Every comment is welcome, because I don't know what's going on. I'm pretty sure Rick Beato is going to cover this at some point. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the scene surgeon. Much love and bliss.